Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil the Glacial Geek, and I'm coming to you here today from Tier 1 Cards and Games in Anchorage, Alaska, with a 1,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Sterling's Chaos Space Marines. So the basic story here is that there was a planet that had long ago held an Imperial outpost, and weird sensations were coming through the warp, and the librarians were unsure as to what was going on there, so they sent out a small detachment of Dark Angels to go explore. As the cruiser pulled into orbit around the planet, they realized that down on the planet that there was a black spot in the mental energies of the psychics. So the librarians had to stay back on the cruiser. And but they did sense that there may have been some chaotic influence on the planet, so they sent an interrogator chaplain down to go check out what was going on, and sure enough they found a contingent of Chaos Space Marines on the planet, so they decided to engage them in battle. So that's the story that we're going to be playing out here today. We'll take a moment and go check out the two armies that'll be facing each other. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a combined arms detachment. Leading that detachment will be an interrogator chaplain with a jump pack. We have a 5-man scout squad with camo cloaks and sniper rifles. We have a 5-man tactical squad with a grav cannon with grav amps and a dedicated transport of a rhino. We have a mortis pattern dreadnought with 2 twin-linked las cannons. We have a 5-man assault squad with the sergeant having a power sword. We have a 3-man Ravenwing squad with 2 plasma guns. We have a 3-bike attack bike squadron with multi-melta upgrades. And last but not least, we have a 5-man Devastator squad with 4 las cannons. So the Chaos Army is going to be a combined arms detachment as well. Everything are going to be veterans of the Long War and have the Mark of Nurgle. Leading his detachment will be a Warpsmith. He's outfitted with the Murder Sword and the Burning Brand of Scalathrax. We have a 5-man Chaos Space Marine squad. The champion has a power sword and a bolt pistol. Everyone else has a bolt pistol and a close combat weapon, except for a specialist who has a melta-gun, and they have a dedicated transport of a rhino with 2 combi bolters and a combi melta and dozer blades. We have another 5-man Chaos Space Marine squad. The champion has a power fist. Everyone else has bolters and extra close combat weapon. There's a melta-gun in there, and they have a dedicated transport of a rhino with 2 combi bolters and a combi melta. We have another 5-man Chaos Space Marine squad. The champion has a power sword. The rest have bolters and extra close combat weapons. There's a melta-gun in the squad. Then they have a dedicated transport of a rhino with dozer blade, 2 combi bolters, and a combi melta. And last but not least, we have a Vindicator with extra armor, the siege shield upgrade, and a combi bolter. Alright, so those are the armies that will be fighting today. We'll go here with deployment. Starting here on the left, we've got the mortis pattern dreadnought. We've got the attack bikes here. We've got the assault squad there, along with the warlord interrogator chaplain there attached to them. We've got the rhino holding the tactical squad with the grav cannon inside of it. Over here we've got the Devastator squad with the las cannons. And on this side over here, in the far corner, we've got the regular Ravenwing bike squadron. Over here, we've got the Chaos deployment all over here in the corner. So we've got the Vindicator over there. We've got the 3 rhinos full of their squads here. The Warpsmith is in the center one. So that's the deployment. As of now, we're going to be playing a Purge the Alien battle, so it'll just be kill points. It's pretty even kill points. I think he's got 8 kill points, I've got 9 kill points, something like that. Very, very close, so it should be pretty awesome and brutal. So as of right now, the Dark Angels are going to go first, but unless Sterling can roll a 6 and seize the initiative. Yes, he does! Oh, brutal! Okay. Oh boy, I see how this is going already. Alright. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Chaos on turn 1. Oh no! Alright, so here's the movement phase for Chaos on turn 1. Everything just kind of moved up over here. Looking to move on to my front lines over here. So there's no psychic on either side, so we're just going to keep moving on straight into the shooting phase here. So what's the first thing you're going to shoot?
The first thing I'm going to shoot is my Vindicator over at your Dreadnought.
All right, so he's going to shoot the Vindicator onto the Dreadnought.
Should be well in range because we don't
24, yep. All right, oh God. Hoping for a scatter here.
Really, you want to go that way?
I want to go this way. This way. Yes, right direction. Going far. Oh, it only scatters 1d6? I think it's 2d6 for scatter. Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
I'm playing off old rules.
There we go. 4 inches.
4 inches.
So,
I'm playing off old edition rules. So I'll be missing you.
All right, just misses him. Whoo! Breathing a sigh. He felt the flame of the explosion coming up beside him there. All right, so moving on in the shooting phase. All right, so now the center guy there is going to shoot his combi weapons, combi bolters into here. So we've got 3 combi shots coming in, bolter shots basically.
2 from the combi bolters themselves, 1 from the combi weapon / molt.
Gotcha. 2 from the combi bolters and then 1 from the combi melta with the combi part. So these are rerollable. Both hit. And that one misses. All right, so just 2, and then wounding on 5s because they're toughness 5. Oh, we got 2 wounds. All right, so 2 3+ saves, 1 wound. So one of them takes 1 wound. All right, moving on. All right, so we're gonna have the same left. The left guy's gonna do the same thing, shooting over these guys. So they're all 1 unit, yeah. So they should be then. Yep. So we got 3 shots again, 2 that are twin linked. Both hit. It's not that. Third will hit as well. So now we got 3 wounded on 5s.
1.
All right, so we got 1 3+ save. Good. All right, moving on. All right, so that's the end of the shooting phase there for Chaos. There's not going to be any assaults because he's really far away from me at this point. So we'll move on and come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 1. All right, movement phase for Dark Angels. These guys shot up this way, looking up on that Vindicator because that big blast scares me. He shuffled around, moved a bit, so he doesn't have Skyfire. These guys stood back here because they can't do anything until those guys are out of their tin cans. He shot up this way, did not immobilize himself. These guys stood still. These guys stood still, and these guys moved up this way because right now they're not doing anything. So that's movement phase for Dark Angels. Now we're going to move on to shooting phase. We're going to start off with my my Dreadnought here, shooting on his Vindicator there. I really want that thing gone. So 2 las cannon shots, hitting on 3s. Both hit. Front armor 13, so glancing on 4s. All right, I got 1 pen. So he's got a 5-up area terrain cover save. 5 up. He's got it. All right, saved. All right, so moving on. All right, this squad here is going to fire into him. So I've got 1 guy is within melter range, so he's going to be the black die. The other 2 are not in melter range. So, all right, it's hitting on 3s. All right, all hit. So I'll just do these 2 first. So strength 8. Toughness, front armor 13, so looking for 5s to glance. I've got 1 glance and 1 pen, and then I've got Melta and a pen. So I've got basically 2 pens and a glance. So we'll do the glance first, or just do it. The glance will be the dark one. So 5+. All right, so 1 glance and 1 pen go through. So we'll roll for the pen. It's +2 because it's Melta. So 4. So it's shaken or stunned, whichever one that is that can't move and can't firing snapshots.
Extra armor.
Oh, extra armor, so just firing snapshots instead of can't move, which is nice. So, all right, so he's... Oh, that's true, not nice when you have a blast. Can't snap fire that thing. But, yeah, so he's down 2 hull points, and he's down to 1 hull point, so... All right, moving on in the shooting phase. All right, now moving on to these guys. They're going to fire. The one that they can see is that far one on the side over there. It's front armor. So they've got one of them's going to have the signum, which is going to be the black. So hitting on 3s and 2 on the black.
The newest dad was there.
Of course, that's how it works. So 2 hits, front armor 11. So looking for 2s to glance. All right, 2 pens. I think you've got a 5-up cover because of intervening stuff. So 2.
I'm just gonna sit here and do that.
Nope. All right.
Blow me up.
So here we go. +1. No, weapon destroyed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the combi bolter, and then the combi melta will be 5 and 6. So one of the combi bolters is done. So it's down 2 hull points and down a bolter. So all right, cool. Moving on. All right, so that's it for shooting phase. I'm going to run these guys, but that's boring to see, so we're not going to show that. So next we'll come back to you after movement phase for chaos on turn 2. All right, so that's a chaos movement there. These guys just kind of shuffled around, moved up here, and everyone stayed inside of their sweet rides. So that's end of movement phase. So now we're just going to move on to the shooting phase for these guys on turn 2. All right, we're going to start with the snap firing combi bolter from the Vindicator there, firing into here. So we've got hitting on 6s.
And
Reroll because it's twin linked. Nope, nothing. All right, so moving on. All right, so the squad in here, the Chaos Warpsmith and the Melta guy are going to fire on these guys. So we'll start out with the Burning Brand of Scalathrax, which actually comes out of the
Torrent.
Ugh,
So
brutal.
get all 3.
All right, brutal. So you can get all 3. That ignores cover and it's AP 3, isn't it?
Yep.
Ugh. All right, so 3.
So wounding
Toughness 5. Yep, wounding on 5s. All right, so 1. So the front guy there will take 1 wound.
And the unit is
All right.
soul blazed.
And they're soul blazed. All right, great. And then his Melta gun, right?
Yep.
They're going to jink.
Okay.
So
the Warp Smith is ballistic skill 5.
all right.
It's the regular dude.
All right, so the black one is the Warpsmith, which is going to hit on 2s, and the green's hitting on 3s. All right, both hit. Both are going to wound on 2s. 1 wound. All right, so 1 4+ jink save. And they're good. Cool. All right, so the front guy took 1 wound from that. All right, moving on. All right, now the actual transport's going to fire on these guys with all its combi bolter shots. So the black ones aren't re-rollable, the other ones are. So hitting on 3s. All right, so we got 4 hits.
Wounding on 5.
Wounding on 5s. 2. So we got 2 wounds. 2 3+s. 2 goods. All right, excellent. Moving on in the shooting phase. Now the squad in this Rhino is going to fire onto these guys. So we've got rapid firing bolt gun and then the Melta gun. So the black's going to be the Melta. Hitting on 3s. Melta miss. The other 2 hit. All right, nothing wounds. All right, so moving on to the
transport.
Gotcha. Moving on to the transport. He lost one of his the combi bolters.
Yep.
So.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah. So just roll.
These 2 are not rerollable.
These 2 are not re-rollable. Hitting on 3s, they 1 hits, and these 2 are re-rollable. All right, 1 hit so far. 1 hit, so that's 2 hits. Wounding on 5s.
That's easy.
1. All right.
I dare you.
1 3+. He's good. All right. So moving on. So now the squad back here is going to fire into here again. They're out of range for the Melta, so we're just going to have 2 bolt shots and bolt gun shots from the squad inside, plus all the combi shots. So the ones that are the green ones are not re-rollable. The other 2 are re-rollable because it's twin link. So hitting on 3s. All right, quite a few hits. Roll. All right, so all but 1 hits. So that's 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. All right, so 2 wounds. All right.
Come on.
2 3+s. Oh, and he goes down. All right, so the front one dies. All right, move. I think that's going to be the end of the shooting phase, and I don't think anyone can charge because they're all still inside of tanks. So I think think that's the end of Chaos turn 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. He moved around this side to get some line of fire on him. These guys moved around this way just a little bit. They're still staying still. They stood still. They stood still. They stood still. And then those guys moved up this way, looking to flank around this way. So that's the movement phase for Dark Angels. Move on to shooting phase. My Dreadnought's going to fire into the Vindicator over there. So 2 shots hitting on 3s, twin linked. All right, glancing on 4s. Ugh, nothing. Brutal. All right, moving on. All right, these guys here are going to fire into the Vindicator. So they jinked last turn, so they're snap firing. So I've got 2 snap firing multi-meltas, hitting on 6s. Yes, I needed that. So they melt to range. So I need 8, I need a 5 to glance. It's a pen. 5 up. Oh no! I needed that not to happen! All right. Brutal, brutal, brutal. All right, moving on. All right, the squad in here is going to fire onto that rhino there. So the grav gun's going to fire. So hitting on 3s. Alrighty. So 1 miss. Glancing on 6s. Rerolling because of grav amps. All right, so 1 glance. So it takes 5+ cover. Nope. So he takes a glance. You couldn't have rolled that for the before. All right, so he takes 1 glancing shot. Moving on. All right, this squad over here is going to fire onto him there. Only 2 guys are in range. So the black one will be the Signum hitting on 2s. The green will be hitting on 3s. So here we go. All right, they both hit. Glancing on 13s, right? So 4s, glancing on 4s. Oh, come on! Why? Why do you hate me, dice? All right, nothing there. I think that's it for all the shooting that I can do. So I've got 1 run that I'm going to do, but that's boring to watch, so I'm not going to put that on film. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Chaos on turn 3. All right, movement phase for Chaos here on turn 3. This Vindicator moved around this way. This guy moved around this way. He turned around to go face off against them. And this guy moved up this way, face off against these guys. So that's the movement phase. So now we're going to go into the shooting phase. First things first, he's going to shoot his big old pie plate right onto these guys. Wait, I'm gonna jink.
You're gonna jink?
Yeah, I'm gonna jink.
You sure about that?
Yes, I am very sure against your AP2 shot here.
AP2 large blast.
AP2 large blast. Scattering, back, none. All right. So it's hitting both guys.
Yep. Strength 10.
Strength 10.
2 wounds.
2 wounds. I really need these jink saves because the strength 10 is going to double them out. So 4+. All right, re-rolling because of being awesome Ravenwing. Yes! Thank you! Oh, come on. I needed that after your 5+ saves that you were making all day before. Yeah, I feel like we're even now.
That's totally fair.
There we go. Totally fair. All right, so moving on in the shooting phase. All right, this squad in here is going to fire onto these guys. So we've got the 2 black are actually the Melta and the Combi Melta from the transport, and then the rapid firing bolt gun from the guy inside the squad. So all hitting on 3s, no re-rolling on these ones. Oh man, I did not need the Melta to hit, but they did. And these are re-roll. There we go. That hits.
All right.
So the greens are going to be wounding on 5s, and the those dark ones are going to be.
Look at that roll.
Yeah, I know. Here we go. Black's hitting on 2s. Oh yes. Okay, I needed that. All right, so we just got 1 jinx save. Here we go. 4+. Rerollable. Come on. Come on. Yes. 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 All right. Moving on, because these guys are super strong apparently. All right, this squad here is going to be firing onto my Rhino here. So he's going to be firing the Combi Melta and the Melta from the squad and the Melta from his Warpsmith into here. He's also going to fire the Burning Brand of Scalathrax, which is going to be hitting there but then it's going to be hitting a whole bunch of my guys over here. So I think that's about 4 of the 5. So yeah, brutal. All right, so let's do the Melta shots in here. So we got 3 Melta shots.
We'll do the blue being the Warpsmith because he's hard ballistic.
Okay, so the blue one's the Warpsmith hitting on 2s. Everything else is hitting on 3s.
Oh, I can't see.
Whoop, that's a hit. Wow,
Oh,
triple 6s.
Where was that man to go?
Uh-oh, Mark of the Beast. Here we go. So all front armor 11, so glancing on 3s.
2 pens.
2 pens. All right, let's see what those pens are.
+2.
+2. Yeah, it blows up. Oh. All right, so it blows up. That's, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, that is first blood. Turn 3, first blood, blowing up a rhino. So we'll figure out how far does it explode? Want to roll that? Only 2 inches. So we'll be hitting basically just the guys inside there. So we'll figure that out and we'll come back to you with the results. All right, so that's the result of the explosion. Killed my sergeant, killed one of my bolt guys, and killed my grav guy. Brutal, 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 brutal. So I got 2 guys left there. So now we're going to do the result of the flamer, because it's still only on those guys, because I guess it went on those. So we got 4 of the 5 there got hit. So toughness 4. So looking for 4s.
And 2 dead.
2 dead. So the 2 closest.
Dead and soul blazed.
And this squad is soul blazed. Oh, before this squad was soul blazed, but we rolled and it went out at the end of the turn. So, so this squad's soul blazed, and yeah. So that's pretty brutal. All right, moving on. All right, moving on. This squad is going to fire into them. They're going to jink because he's got 2 melta guns, and you got 2 melta guns and a rapid firing bolter,
Yep, and then
you got 2 combi bolters. So we're going to roll the non-rerollables first. Do you want to roll them out here just so we can?
Yeah, just
makes it easier. Yeah. All right, hitting on 3s. All right, that was pretty good. All but 1.
I'll take that.
Yep.
I'll take that any day. And
hitting on 3s, twin linked. All right, so all but 1 on that one as well.
yep. So
So we've got hit wounded on 5s and 2s. All right, so we've got not bad. So we've got 4 wounds. I'm gonna take them all as jink saves. So I've got 4 pluses. Oh, twin linked. Oh, 1 guy dead. That's my sergeant over there. So I'll take him out. He'll be dead. All right, not bad. So I think that's the. Is that the end of the shooting?
End of my shooting.
So that's the end of the shooting phase. We got no one that can charge since they're all still inside of their fancy transports there.
Amazing tanks.
So we finally got first blood there on turn 3. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 3. All right, so movement phase. This guy moved over this way so you can get some side armor and hopefully finally take out that Vindicator. This guy moved back. These guys move back so they're within 12 of him, so they get melta range. These guys they're successful on their leadership, so they're going to be snap firing because I think they were pinned. That's how it works, but they're there. These guys still didn't move because they can't do anything until they're out of their little tin cans. These guys passed their leadership test, so they're there. These guys passed their leadership, and they're there within 12 inches, so they can rapid fire. These guys stood still. So that's the end of movement phase for Dark Angel. So we'll move into shooting phase. He is going to fire into him. So, yeah, no, surprise of surprises right there. So he's hitting on 3s, twin linked. All right, 2 hits. Side armor is what? 11. Side armor 11. So glancing on 2s. All right, 2 pens. Can he make 2 5 pluses?
Probably.
I know, probably this guy, the way he goes. Oh, yeah.
So it's destroyed.
It will be destroyed. Will it blow up?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't make a difference. Nothing, you can't hurt anything there.
Everything I have is, as you say, in a metal
No,
box.
it wouldn't, yes. So it is dead. Woo! That's the first kill. Now we're tied on kill points, but he's got first blood, so he's leading right now. All right, moving on. All right, now these guys are going to fire into him. So they jinked, so they're going to be hitting on 6s. I could really use it. Come on. Yeah, that's what I needed. All right, so front armor is 11, so glancing on a 3. Yeah, that's a pen. So I think he's got, I don't know. He's got it. He's on there because he's on there. We technically called it there. So want to roll that 5 plus?
We'll call it.
Nope, he didn't. So will he explode? +2. No, he doesn't explode. So they'll just disembark there,
Even better.
roll for pinning, and see how that goes. All right, sounds good. Moving on. Oh, let's see if they pin.
Let's see if they pin.
Oh, yes,
On
they're
11
pinned.
they do, even with their
Woo!
amazing 10.
I will take that. All right, so moving on. All right, next I'm going to be firing this squad into there. So I've got one who's got the Signum, which is the black. So hitting on 3s and 2. Okay. So 3 hits. Front armor is 11, so glancing on a 2. All right, I got 1 glance and 2 pens. So I think you've got intervening models there, so let's roll 5 for the glance. Nope, that goes through. And the 2 pens? No, they go through, so it will be wrecked. Let's see if it explodes on the 2 pens. +1 for AP2. Nope, immobilized, so nothing. It does not explode. So just an emergency disembark from those guys there. All right, moving on. All right, moving on to this squad here. They're going to fire into this guy. Rapid firing their plasma guns. They jinked last turn, so they're snap firing. So hitting on 6s. 1 hit, no gets hots, which is nice. So front armor 11, their strength 7, so 4s to glance. Nothing. Ugh, okay. So yeah, that's that. Moving on. All right, these snipers are going to fire into them. So hitting on 3s. Ooh, 1 is a precision shot, which I'm going to put onto the warp smith. So wounding on 4s. Nothing. Snake eyes. Great job. First thing you guys do. Snake eyes.
Just made him angry.
Just made him angry. Pew, pew, pew. Nothing. All right, moving on. All right, this squad here is going to fire onto them. Only the first 5 guys can hit. The chaplain can't hit him. He's not within range. So hitting on 3s. All righty. That's not there. All right, 3 hits. Toughness 4. Oh, no, toughness 5 because they're Nurgle. So wounded on 5s. Oh, okay. That's how you do it. 2 wounds. 2 3 pluses. Oh, both are good. All right, moving on. All right, that squad there is going to fire into them. They're going to rapid fire their bolt guns. They're snap firing because they were pinned last turn. So rolling, hitting on 6s. Nothing. All right. So that's the end of the shooting phase for Dark Angels. I think we might do an assault because, why not? All right. So moving on to the assault phase. So these guys are going to Overwatch. This is what we got for Overwatch. The greens are all the bolters firing. They're going to be hitting on 6s. That blue is the melted gun hitting on a 6. Those 2 dark ones there, they're the flamers from the warp smith. The red one's going to be the AP3 flamer. The green one, dark with the green dots, is going to be the flamer, the AP5 flamer. So here we go. Let's roll these. See what happens. 6s and then the walls of death going up there. Oh man, there are a couple 6s in there. Luckily the melted didn't hit. And then we've got 2 shots each from the walls of death. Why don't we do the 2 shots from the AP3 flamer? So wounding on 4s. Oh, so it's 2 dead Marines.
And wounding on 4s.
4s on the other one too. But they get armor saves on that.
So 3 armor saves.
So 3 armor saves. Well, those 6s they hit, but they have to still have to.
They still have to wound.
They still have to wound.
So. Good catch.
Cool.
All right, 1 armor.
So just 1 armor save.
That's significantly better.
Yes. And he makes it, but the first 2 guys dead. I don't know
That charge now gets very long.
Yeah, I don't know if they've got the range. We'll have to check the range, and then we'll see if it's even worth rolling. All right. All right. So it's an 11-inch charge. Oh boy. So they didn't use their jump pack for movement because they didn't move at all. So they get to re-roll. So here we go. Looking for an 11. No. Re-roll. No. Well, that was awful.
They just saw their buddies mount.
Yeah, they just saw their bellies mount. They're like, we're not going anywhere near those guys. Are you kidding me? Did you see what happened to Steve? He's dead. He's a pile of goo. So yeah, so that's the assault phase and the end of Dark Angel's turn 3. So we'll come back to you after Chaos turn 4. Movement for TS Team 4. All right, Chaos movement. These guys split up. So there's his Warpsmith is looking to move over here after my Warlord, and this squad here is looking to go after these guys here. These guys ran up here. But they were pinned last turn, so they're going to be snap firing, but, you know, they still moving there. And then these guys disembarked over here looking on those guys. So that's the end of movement phase. Now we're going to go on to the shooting phase. Who do you want to start with here?
Let's start with the shooting going on back.
All right, so we're going to shoot with this squad over into here.
It should be everybody. Yeah.
Cool. Everyone's in range. So we've got
8 bolters.
8 bolters and melty gun. So hitting on 3s. All right, that is brutal shooting right there. All right.
That's what we need.
Yep, and I didn't jink. I should have, but I didn't. All right, so wounding on 5s and 2. Oop, I can't see that one there. What is it? It's not a butt. No.
It's not a butt.
So we've got 2 armor saves and 1 guy that's just dead. All right. So the 2 armor saves. 3+. Oh, nope, he's dead. So those 2 guys are dead. Boom. All right. Moving on. All right, bolters from there. I'm going to fire into this squad here. So the black one's not rerollable, the other 2 are. All right, hitting on 3s. All right, 1 hit. 4s. It's 1 wound.
That's all I need for
3+. Yeah, they're hard. All right, moving on. All right, this squad's going to be firing into him. The only thing I can wound it is the Melta, but he did want to let me know that the pistols are firing regardless of whether or not we're actually shooting with them. So actually, here comes the Melta hitting on a 6 because it's snap firing. No, it doesn't hit. So, all right, moving on. All right, these guys are going to fire into there. So he's going to be firing 4 pistols and a Melta gun. So hitting on 3s. All right, so we've got 2 bolter hits and a plasma hit, and I should have jinked again, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. All right, so wounded on 2s and 5s. All right, so just the 1 armor save. 3+. No. So that's a dead guy right there.
This assault just became easier.
Brutal. All right, moving on. All right, moving on in the shooting phase. His warpsmith there is going to fire into these guys. So they're going to he's going to fire his melta gun, and he's going to fire the burning brand of Scalathrax, which actually hits 3 of these guys and those 2 guys. So we'll do these guys first. So we've got 3 burning brands and the melta.
So the melta to hit.
Melta to hit. It hits. So now
4s and anything but.
4s and anything but. All right.
All right.
So we got 3 cover saves because they're on the thing here. So 3. Oh no, 1. The burning brands can't be cover saved.
Yep.
So that's just 2 guys dead.
1 cover save.
1 cover save. 1 cover save. 5+. Yeah, hard. So actually, he's going to be closest. So I'm actually going to make those 2 lookout sirs. 4+. Nope, he's dead. So just 2 guys dead.
All right.
Alrighty. And on to these guys.
2 hiding.
Yep, 4+.
Yep,
and they're dead. Alrighty. That's another kill point right there. Alright. So yeah, that's is that the end of the shooting phase?
Yeah.
All right. So that's the end of the shooting phase. So we'll come back to you with the charges. All right, we're gonna start here. He's gonna charge these guys into him. So he's gonna overwatch. So hitting on 6s, twin linked, nothing. All right. So you need basically two. Yeah, pretty much.
Still 2.
I think so. 2 inch. Oh, it's like 4. I don't know. I think this is moving through cover, so
yeah.
4 inches. So yeah, I think you need about a 4 to get that. So let's see. Just rolling them. Oh, right. Well, they're in. So all right, these guys will be in. Moving on. All right, these guys are going to charge into him. So I've got rapid firing bolter and the multi-melta hitting on 5s and 6s because of Grim Resolve. Yeah, that's what I like. Twin linked. That's also what I like. So toughness 5. So wounding on anything but, and wounding on a 5. All right, so that's 2 wounds. One's AP 2, so one's just dead, which is gonna be the closest guy there. And then 1 3+ cover save. No, so another guy dies, which is the melty guy. Yeah, I'll take that. Beautiful. You killed more guys with Overwatch than I think you did regular the whole damn game. And their charge distance, that's going to be enough. So those guys will be in. All right, moving on. All right, now the Warpsmith is going to charge into them. So they're going to Overwatch with their pistols, hitting on 5s and 6s. We got 1. Wounding on a, what's his toughness? 5? Toughness 5, so wounding on 5. That's a wound.
2 up armor.
2 up armor. He's good. He's way good. He's 3 times good. All right, so his charge distance, he needs more than that.
More than that.
Moving through cover. So he didn't quite make it into combat.
Nope.
All right, so that's the end of the charges. That's the end of the charges, so now we'll come back to you with the combats. All right, so we're going to go to this combat here. We've got 2 guys from the Chaos side hitting on initiative step 4. So they've got Hatred and extra close combat weapons, so they've got 3 attacks each coming in here. Weapon skill 4, so they're hitting on 4s. Okay.
Snatch these up and reroll.
They're re-rolling it because of Hatred. All right, so 3 hits. Toughness 5, strength 4, so winning on 5s. 1, 3 plus. Yeah, hard. All right, so he's going to attack back at initiative 4. So he's got 2 base attacks, hitting on 4s. All right, 1 hit, wounding on 5s because of toughness 5 because of Nurgle. Nothing. All right, now we move on to the guy with the power fist. So he's got 2 attacks, right?
2 attacks base, 1 on the charge.
Oh, he's got 2 attacks base? Oh, because he's a champion. Ugh, crazy. So 3 attacks here. Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s, rerolling.
Hitting on 4s, rerolling because of Hatred. Oh, man, that was almost... Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Miss everything.
Hit 2.
No, he hit 2. All right. Strength 10 because he got the boon of being plus 1 strength.
Yep.
So here we go. Anything but? Yeah, there we go. AP 2. He's dead. Womp, womp. All right. So they'll roll consolidate 1 inch. Okay, so they're going to consolidate 1 inch. Moving on. All right. So here we go into here. This guy here. The only thing he can do is he's got melted bombs with his champion there. So, but they're unwieldy. So I'm going to attack first. So I've got 2 base attacks. It's strength 6, so 2 attacks hitting on 4s.
He's gonna take
1 hit, strength 6, toughness 5, so wounding on 3s. That's a wound.
It actually says
3 plus. Nope. So 1 guy dies.
So 1 guy goes splat.
1 guy goes splat, and then he gets to attack back with his melt bomb. So hitting on a 4. Rerolling because of Hatred.
Oh!
No, he misses. Okay. So you guys lost by 1. So their leadership is down to 8, is it now? No, down to 9 because they're 10. Veterans of the Long War. Down to 9, but he makes it. So we're just still locked in combat. All right, so they'll be back at the next turn. All right, so that's the end of Chaos turn 4. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. They just moved over this way, looking to try to get in combat there, hopefully protect them from the Warpsmith. Everyone else is either in combat or got heavy weapons they don't want to move. So that's the movement phase. So we move on to the shooting phase. These guys are going to fire into them. So I've got the green is going to be the regular guy. Red's going to be my interrogator chaplain hitting on 2s and 3. All right, 2 hits. Wounding on 5s because they're nurgly. Nothing. All right, so moving on. All right, these guys are going to fire into the Warpsmith over here. Really need this. So the black's going to be the Signum hitting on a 2. Everyone else is hitting on 3s. All hit. All right, anything but. Oh, 1 but. So I've got 3 wounds. He's got 5 plus invul. So he needs 3 5 pluses. If he fails all of these, he is dead.
And I feel no pain.
And he has feel no pain because it doesn't double him out. No? Okay. Is 5 plus feel no pain?
Yep.
Ah!
1.
1! Ah! All right. So he's down to 2.
No, he's dead. He has 2 wounds.
Oh, he only has 2 wounds. He's dead. He died. Yay! That burning brand of Scalathrax is finally out of my mind. It's going to be haunting my nightmares. Oh, okay, so he is dead. Woo! All right, moving on. All right, so these guys here are going to fire into this squad here. So hitting on 3s. Okay. That's what you're gonna do to me. Okay, fair enough.
They just gave you
Fair
a
enough.
bunch of good hits, so.
Okay, you're going to be in the repentatory when you get back because you are gonna have to pay for all this BS that you're pulling here. All right, so that's the end of shooting. I've got one charge that I'm gonna make because I feel like this has got to happen, and then and that'll be the end. So after we'll do the charge, and yeah, we'll come back to you with the charge. Ugh. Stop talking, Phil. All right, so here we go. These guys are going to overwatch on these guys. We got 3 bolters rapid fire and hitting on 6s. We got 2 hits, wounded on 4s. 2 wounds.
Fail them both. Fail them both.
2 3+s. Yeah. All right, and then their charge distance. 4 inches. Ooh, that's going to be close.
Uh-oh, you used your jetpack too to move.
I already used it, so, oh, they're just in. Yes. Look at that. I will take it. All right, so we'll move them into combat and come back to you with the combats. All right, so we're going to go to this combat first. So I attack first. I've got 2 attacks, hitting on 4s, 2 hits, wounding on 3s, 1 wound. 3+. No, one more guy dies. All right, and then you've got your 1 attack with your melt bomb.
1 attack with melt bomb.
Hitting on 4s. No hatred, it's not first round of combat, but it hits. So now he's got what is it? Strength 8.
8 armor bane.
So he needs on 2 dice. He needs a 4. Yep,
That's a 4.
That's a 4. So it's a glance. So he takes a glance.
Every tie.
We tie. So these guys will be in there in turn 5. So all right, there you go. All right, moving on. Alrighty. So we're gonna go into this combat here. He challenged and I accepted with my chaplain there. So my chaplain is initiative 5, so he'll go first. So I've got 3 base attacks plus 1 for the charge. Oh, plus 1 for extra close combat weapon. So these are hitting on 3s because he's weapon skill 5. Rerolling the first round of combat because of hatred. Okay. He's strength plus 2 because of the Crozius Arcanum, so he's strength 6 effective. Toughness 5, so wounding on 3s. Okay, I've got 3 wounds. So you're going to make 3 plus saves. No, just 1, so the champion is dead. Oh man, I will take that. I will take that. Woo! All right, and then we've got the other Marine here who's going to go initiative step 4, and so are the other guys, so they'll get to attack back if he gets them. So I've got 1 base attack, plus 1 for extra close combat weapon, plus 1 for the charge, hitting on 4s, rerolling because of first round of combat with hatred. So I've got 2 hits, wounding on 5s, 1 wound, so 3+ armor save. No, so 1 more guy will die, but he gets to hit back.
Yep.
So they've got 2 attacks each.
2 attack space.
So here we go. Hitting on 4s. He's got hatred.
There's a lot of hate going around.
All right, so we got 3 hits, wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 1 3+. He's good. So you lost by 1. Oh, 2. That's right. You lost by 2. And you lost your champion, right?
Yep.
So you're down to
Leadership
6, right? 8.
7.
Oh, 7. 9. Veterans of the Long War. All right. So he's good. So he's going to stay there. So this will continue on next round, which I think is probably pretty good for me. All right, so we'll move on. Yep, that's the end of Dark Angel's turn 4. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Chaos on turn 5. All right, movement for Chaos. These guys jump back into their Rhino and then move the Rhino up this way, coming over here to within range of my scouts there. So yeah, they're going to be shooting on them.
Yep.
Then everything else is in combat, or dead. In combat or dead. This has been a very bloody turn. So it's just to let you know, it's tied at 5 apiece right now, going into turn 5. He has first blood and 4 kill points. I have Slay the Warlord and 4 kill points. So brutal stuff going on here. So we're going to move on to shooting phase for the Chaos. These guys are going to pump a whole lot of bolter shots into these guys. So
Yeah, bolters, and then these are the reroll.
Okay, so the dark ones are the twin link bolters. Everything else is just bolters. So here we go, hitting on threes. All right.
Oh, that's why we pay for twin link.
That is why we pay for twin link. So all right. So we've got 4 hits. Toughness 4. So wounded on 4s. Okay, that's how you do it. 4. They're going to go to ground.
Oh, you jerk.
Yeah, they're going to go to ground. So they've got 4 plus 3 plus for the camo cloaks, plus 1 for going to ground. So we got 2 plus cover saves here. If I don't make these, I don't even know. This is what's going to happen. Not because I went to ground, they're going to choke on these dice. So going to ground, 2 plus. Oh, there you go. That's
so
it. Yeah, so that's what happens. You lose 2. But if I hadn't, they would have been dead. That was awful rolling. You guys are the worst. I don't even. God, I hate you guys. So, all right. Yeah, seriously, you guys don't even belong here. You're not even full Marines. God, I can't even. Anyway, so I should have just let him on the battle barge. You know what? You may not even be coming back up with us when we go back up there. You're staying down here. Have fun. Make a new home. I don't even know. Right.
He's just sitting inside the...
Yeah, exactly. You're just make a new home there. Make that your house inside that Wreck Chimera. So that's the end of the shooting phase. Now we're going to move on to the combat phase, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. All right, moving on. All right, so we're going to go back here to the never-ending combat. I attack first. Hitting on 4s. All right, 1 wound. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
Saved.
He's saved. All right. You've got your 1 attack hitting on 4s.
Shoving a melt bomb up the tailpipe. Come on. Nope.
Yep, nothing. So that stays as a tie. Nothing happens again. All right, moving on to this combat. So I go first. You don't. He's not a character, is he?
No.
No.
I can't challenge you.
Yeah.
I wish it worked that way.
So we're going to start with my interrogator chaplain. He's got 3 base plus 1 for extra close combat weapon. So he's going to be hitting on 3s. All right, that's how you do that. He's going to be wounding on 3s because he's got effective strength 6 against toughness 5. Okay, that's pretty good. So 3 plus saves. Nope, he's dead. Right there. That's all I needed. All right, so he's dead. We'll roll for consolidation for them, and then we'll come back to you with the... I think that's it. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for Dark Angels on turn 5. All right, so right here, they consolidate 4 inches and then moved about 5 inches to within 1 inch over here, so they're going to be looking to charge in there. Everyone else just kind of stood still. So now we're going to move on to the shooting phase. The only real shooting I got is over these guys, shooting on there. They can just see him. So this time the green's going to be the getting the +1 to his ballistic skill. So hitting on 3s and 2. Whew, there we go. I made that right call there. So they all hit. Front armor 11, glancing on a 2. All right, so I've got two pens and 2 glances. So do the 2 glances first on 5 plus. 1 goes through, and then the 2 pens. 1. So 1 pen and 1 glance.
They might just make it.
They might make it. So the pen +1. 5, 6. It's immobilized. So it's immobilized. And it's down to 1 hull point, and it's stuck all the way over there.
So they don't get to emergency.
They don't get to run away. All right.
Why couldn't you roll that?
So that worked out pretty well for me, I think. All right, so now we're going to move on to the assault phase. All right, so these guys are going to charge in there. They're going to make it, but I'm going to roll anyway. So they're in. So I'm going to challenge him, because he has to challenge me anyway. So, and we're already in base to base. If you could just stay right there. Alrighty. So they're in base to base. So I've got 2 Hammer of Wraths there because they used their jump packs. They didn't use their jump packs to move. So this is just on the squad here. So we've got 2 Hammer Wraths wounding on 5s. 1 wound. And he's good. All right. So I challenged. So we'll start with my chaplain. So he's got 3 base attacks. +1 for extra close combat weapon, +1 for the charge. He's got weapon skill 5, so he's hitting on 3s. All right, re-rolling because of hatred. First turn of combat. That's why I got hatred. All right. Then I'm wounding on 3s because I'm effective strength 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 saves. 4 3 pluses.
Come on! No, by 1.
1 again. Just kills the champion. So the champion is dead.
That was the Fleshbane AP3 guy.
Yeah, that was the Fleshbane AP3 guy. So I'm very glad that he got ousted there. All right, so now moving on to 4, to everybody else who's there. So I've got 2 attacks from the Dreadnought, and I've got 4 attacks coming in, 3 attacks, sorry. So I've got 1 base, plus 1 for extra close combat weapon, plus 1 for the charge. So the greens are going to be rerollable for Zealot. So here we go, hitting on 4s. Alrighty, this gets to reroll. That was a 4, so. Alright. So the black is going to be wounding on 3s, the greens are going to be wounding on 5s. Alright, so just 1 wound. 3 plus. It made it. Oh, you couldn't have fallen off the table. Do you see how close that is? It really? Ugh. Alright.
Alright, 4 attacks
So
back.
4 attacks back is going to go onto my jump pack guys, obviously.
No, I'm going to swing at the Dreadnought.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick up the melt bomb and finish our work.
Alright. So
3 hits.
3 hits. So 3 hits, wounding on 4s. Oop, 1 fell off the table.
Off, so we'll just roll that one for it. 1.
Just 1. 1 3 plus.
Tie combat.
3 plus save. So he's down, lost by 1. Lost your champion, so you're down to 8, right?
Down to 9.
Oh, down to 9 because of Veterans of the Long War. And they just made it. So the champion doesn't have any bonuses to his leadership?
Plus
Oh,
1.
dang. Plus 1, so he'd be 10.
Plus 1 for the unit.
But he's dead.
No, the unit gets the upgrade. So every model gets plus 1.
Up to 9, but then they lost by 1, so it's minus 1 to leadership. So bring it down to 8, right?
So they'd be 8. No, they failed.
Yeah, they failed. All right,
failed.
so we have initiative roll off because these guys can actually sweep in advance.
Oh, no.
So here we go. So 5,
So, yeah, you
4.
need 1 higher than me.
Oh,
Yes.
tied. So I caught you.
Yeah.
I caught you. So they're dead.
They're dead.
Yay! All right, so I will consolidate. And actually, that's the end of turn 5.
Yep.
So do you want to roll?
Yep.
Yeah, let's just roll on camera here, see if it goes on. It does not. All right, that's the game. I'll shake your hand, sir. All right,
sir.
good game. So that was super brutal. There's just blood everywhere. Got Stardy's blood, chaotic blood, everything's blood. So we were left with just these 3 guys. These guys are still fine because that's what they do. He's not coming back. He's staying here. He's staying on the planet. We don't want him anymore. He was a jerk face. And he's got this whole squad in there just revving to go. But that's so that's how it ends. I'm sure we'll be back to this planet. It's a fun planet. But yeah, so that's Dark Angel's victory, which is yeah, I'll take it. That's pretty awesome. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the game. This has been another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I've been Phil. My opponent's been Sterling. Share, like, and subscribe the video. And until next time, thanks very much and have fun.